Now to Michigan's presidential primary, following decisive wins on both sides by former President Trump and President Biden.
Turns out there's a little more to the story in the numbers, including 13% voting uncommitted on the Democratic side. Part of the vote that could spell trouble, of course, for former President Trump in November, too. Pamela Osborne getting some insight into the primary results and joins us now live with more. Pamela.
You know, we heard from a political analyst today who said that we are living in a purple state and the path to the presidency will lead through Michigan. What we saw yesterday from those primary election results is that both candidates have their own unique challenges to overcome.
Donald Trump just needs to turn his voters out. We know the number he's going to get. For Joe Biden, I think he faces a bigger challenge. He has to unite what I call the double unfavorables. People who are unfavorable to both Biden and Trump.
President Joe Biden may have secured 81% of the Democratic vote, but 13% of Michigan Democrats use their vote to say they expect more.
He needs to call for an immediate, permanent ceasefire. And he needs to stop funding the Israeli military's war crimes.
In 21 days, Listen to Michigan campaigned in hopes of getting 10,000 Democrats to vote uncommitted. They surpassed that.
100,000 Michiganders said, "We are uncommitted to Joe Biden. We will not be complicit in genocide."
Listen to Michigan calls the campaign a ceasefire now anti-war movement, one that's drawn the interest of political activists in Washington state and Minnesota, two states that have yet to have their primary elections. On the Republican side,
Donald Trump has an enormous I-96 problem within his party. From Oakland to Ottawa County, a third of the vote voted against the former president in his own party in those counties. And I think that's a big, big deal moving forward.
The former president received 68% of the Republican vote compared to presidential hopeful Nikki Haley's 27%. But more than 33,000 Republican voters in Michigan went uncommitted.
I think right now, particularly for those uncommitted voters, the question is, what do you do now?
And so clearly there are obstacles for both President Biden and former President Donald Trump to overcome here to win those uncommitted voters here in the state of Michigan. For now, reporting live in Dearborn, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
It's on the money. All right, Pam. And just point your camera at the QR code on your screen to get results of the 36 other local races we were following last night all across Metro Detroit. You can choose them from a drop-down menu right on the front page of our Decision 2024 section.